I really think this is a great business card of like, I've wanted to do this all my life. I'm John Cena, this is my life in pictures. I meet a lot of folks who say like, man, I've been wanting to do this my whole life. And there isn't a better business card than this. Like, I've been wanting to do this my whole life. So if you were to tell this person at this age, like, this is what you're gonna do, I think this person would have believed it. But this person is also probably 9 years old here. And I think I hit a maturity level at around 11, 12, you get into, junior high, and it's like, you want to be a ball player, you go play ball. You want to be a doctor, you go to med school. Hell, you want to be in a band, you join a band. How do you do this? And only just recently has WWE like open-armed about like NXT, go to the Performance Center. If you ever thought about doing this, you can. This used to be so secret. The school that the now head of creative, Triple H, trained at was like 35 minutes from my house. I never knew it. I trained out in California because that's the first time I ever heard about a school. And I was 22 years old. It was like this mystical thing that like, how do you ever even do that? So this kid wanted to do it. I drew that myself. And this is on the old printer paper that was stuck together. This is why the seams are taped, so the belt wouldn't rip. And like, me and the brothers would just go down and kick the crap out of each other. And we had entrances and music and characters. It wasn't like freestyle wrestling, like the Olympic style. It was like full-blown sports entertainment. This is my first movie role, the Marine. And what a great lesson.
They have a hostage. It's my wife.
I can't control anyone's perception. I'm sure there's folks who be like, overnight sensation, or it's undeniable that people are going to think the way they think. Looking back, what a great lesson that this and a few of the movies that I was fortunate enough to do after have given me. The reason I did this is because WWE was opening a movie studio, and the thought process was, if we could make our in-ring talent movie stars, more people come to the shows. As an in-ring talent, the one thing I want, more people at the shows. So I would go do this. And here I'm in my mid-20s. I'm a world champion. I'm going 5 shows a night and a different crowd every night, and I get the creative space to improvise and ride the wave of this noise that is indescribable. Musicians know it, stand-up comics know it, sketch comics know it, but there's a very small group of folks that know like the energy of an audience. And then I go to a quiet movie set that takes a long time to light, and especially action. It takes like 8 hours to do a huge practical explosion. And I wasn't there to be the Marine. I was there to put more people in a WWE arena. And I'm proud that I got to do it. And when I reflect on this, it reminds me of when I sit in the chair to talk to you, because we've committed to do this. And when I sit down to be in a role, put your focus there. Don't be elsewhere. Because here I was elsewhere. This was in Madison Square Garden. This was in Madison Square Garden. This guy was in Australia filming a movie. And you can see it in the work. And I got to brush up against brilliant actors. And boy, the movie's fun, but I just wanted to go back to the ring. And I wasn't mature enough to understand, like, no, it's not that simple. And I got run out of the movie business in like 2009 for doing bad movies where I wasn't present, thinking that just because I wore a gold and leather belt on Monday and Friday, they'd come see whatever I'm doing. It's not true. What an excellent photo to look at is it reminds me, like, reset your odometer, pal. It's time to learn another craft. And when you're somewhere, be the somewhere. Don't be elsewhere. This one's helped me a lot. Fast forward almost a decade later. I now have been told I'm never doing movies again. And I start smaller than this. I was in a bunch of like Fred movies as Fred Faglehorn's father, where I got to parody myself and not take myself seriously.
Are you with me?
Yep.
You gotta fire up.
I'm with you, Dad. Good. Just remember, it's probably gonna get cold outside. Bring a sweater, okay?
Okay, Dad.
You spend so much time in WWE trying to create a character that resonates, and then you're worried about its fragility. But at the time of those Fred movies, I've been my character for 10 years, so it's like, okay, we can wink at the camera. And people started to see me like, oh, this guy can have fun. Judd Apatow and Amy Schumer. Amy wanted to recreate a moment in her life where she was just worn out by the performance of sex. So they wanted like a stunt scene. And I was able to get in the room to begin to read. And Judd, who is spectacular, so is Amy, on creating an environment where we're only going to show the funny one, and if none of them are funny, don't worry about it.
I've been studying Mandarin my off time. Miao tu shisho jian? Do you need to go to the bathroom?
Please don't speak Chinese or whatever.
Okay,
during
I
sex.
got it. Okay.
Just, yeah.
They created an environment for me to swing big, and I was present right there. They were like, put down the script and just talk. And we were just, this is for the audition. We just two people right there talking to each other, just riffing. And a lot of the stuff in the movie was, make sure to know your lines, make sure to show up, make sure to, if someone gives you a line to say as an alt or an improv alt, interpret that of like how this character is. I started to do character work about like, man, this guy is a fitness buff. So he goes to the gym with his male friends, and they talk about like the American dream of like a white picket fence and a house. And this is kind of what he wants in this relationship. What he really wants is to be with his gym buddies and be in the gym. And like, man, maybe he's sexually confused as well. And doesn't know. And all of that stuff is never in there. They were welcoming enough to be like, yeah, you can bring all those nuances to this weird character that's going to be on screen for 2 minutes. And then it spawned into more than 2 minutes. And what was the stunt scene ended up getting canceled for that weird missionary scene where they're just like, it's missionary, make it the most awkward sex you possibly could. So I was like, all right, this guy's also an egomaniac and he thinks he's great. And he thinks he's doing all this stuff to turn people on when it's really like him being exposing himself and what he really wants. I don't know. I think I was around very funny people, and they allowed me a safe environment to be in on the joke. And not like, what is a wrestler doing here? But then again, I wasn't like, what am I doing on this comedy? We all were like, let's just make something good. I'm so grateful for the time I've been able to spend with Make-A-Wish. I'm even more grateful that my fellow superstars, my coworkers, my colleagues now look at it as an aspirational thing, because they're only going to want to meet John Cena for a little bit. And the reason I just drop what I'm doing in that environment to do whatever I can is because the experience can truly make a difference. To talk with the families just like I'm talking to you right now, you get to kid them up for the night. You get to give them stuff that like, I came to see this person. Well, here's all the stuff I have. And with me, it's a great lineup because it's my ring gear. I'm not giving them like a t-shirt that looks like me in wrestling tights. I'm like, hey, this is the stuff I'm going to wear. Here you go. And then I'll ask them for advice. They're like, oh, you should do this move. And I'll just go put it in the match because we're entertainment. I think that's the absolute magic of sports entertainment. No one in the audience knows that young person was like, hey, I want you to do this move. And it will seamlessly be put into the performance, but it will affect both of us on a plane that's indescribable. So very proud of this.
Hi, Barbie.
Because I got to reunite with a friend. I got to be part of something great. I got to meet new people. I got to sing to Dua Lipa. And I think it's a great example of if you're invested in something and you believe in something, never ignore guidance and never ignore information. But like instinct is okay. And I want to be careful with my words because I love and trust the people that I seek information from. I understand their position. I do. Hey, this is going to take a day out of your life. It's going to be difficult to make it work. We think it is going to be a big movie, but like, you're such a small piece. Is it even going to matter? I didn't do this for this picture. I did it because I saw the pink golf carts on set. I got to know that the movie was going on and it looked fun. And I think Margot Robbie is an insanely great human being, a gifted professional. And like, if this is the creativity around this and this is the person leading the charge, I know I'm at least gonna have fun. And gosh, nobody could have seen this, but I'd still be happy with this picture. And what I love about it too is like, gosh, don't take yourself too seriously. You know, be who you are, be authentic. The WWE audience prepared me for this. I can add Merman to the list of things I've been able to do. Mom is so proud. One of these days, I'll be able to thank the audience, which has been a family member to me for a quarter century. And when I say that, I mean they've held me accountable. They don't let you get away with phoning it in. You just can't, because they'll eat you alive. And that's what a good support system does. You know, we're here to give our best. We expect the best from you. When I'm trying to hide my hair loss, the audience is just bringing it to light of like, you're going bald. I used it as a thing because of the point in the story we were in. Just because I also want the audience to know that, like, I see your signs, the one that says the bald John Cena, like, I get it. But I also know it's something I'm going through. I want to be genuine with that audience letting me know that, like, hey, either do some work or shave your head. And they pushed me into going to see what my options were. So I ended up getting the transplant in last November. And the crazy thing is, I came back for the retirement tour starting in January. So I'm like, all right, successful surgery, but I got to get out there and go. And it was, it was not easy. I started to assess physically where I was and assess the current program. And the current program in the WWE is spectacular, like surgically perfect. The athleticism is far beyond anything I've ever been capable of. The talent pool is extremely deep. And I remember being a young 20-something in Kentucky, wrestling in front of 20 people every night, crossing my fingers and hoping to get a call to come up to WWE television, and thinking that call would never come. And I kind of made a promise when I got on television and when I started gaining some notoriety that I should be as graceful exiting the business, or try to be, as I was excited to enter. I openly, in print, made a promise to be like, when I'm a step slower, I will go, because there will be kids just as hungry as I am who have earned a shot to see if they can make it. And I would hate to, just because I'm hanging around too long, I would hate to take a dream away from a kid like me and maybe not have the opportunity to have someone have an impact on the business. So I'm 48, I'll be 49 next year. I've been on television 23 years with WWE, and it was either the norm is just to kind of drift out of the mix and then come back every once in a while, or just announce your retirement through like a social post or a press conference. But I approached WWE with an idea, and I said, I think the business and the fans have been good to me over the years. I will take this block of time and stand down from most everything, and let's try to give our audience something that they can have closure for.
If you want some, hurry up and come get some, because the last time is now.
If they wanted to see something one last time, and this is something that a lot of rock bands do, or a lot of rock bands will do, like Farewell Tour number 4 and 5. Getting on stage and playing music is very taxing, but the physical nature of what we do in WWE, I have my health and my dedication to my partner are the tip of my spear in life right now. So I think every time I go out there, I want to make sure I'm able to give my all, but it's time to step away. I think they chose the right guy. because one, I love uniformity. I'm in a casual interview in a 3-piece suit because I love suits. I used to hate them, now I love them. I love the uniformity of them. I love that because for 25 years, I put on my jean shorts, my sneakers, my 2 sets of wristbands, my hat, my towel, and my t-shirt. I love the uniform. And this is no different. This is a uniform. I get to walk the line between being John and when I ask questions about like, well, how is working with James? In the garb, I will answer as John. But then when we get to be snarky and have fun, I can slip into the guy. Nobody wants to see this. They want to see this. And they want to get familiarized with this. Because this is the guy they saw dance. This is the guy they saw in Suicide Squad. This is the guy they saw in the first season. And the more in this environment at Comic-Con, where the DCU and every other fantasy fictional story, the mega fans ascend on this one spot in the world, they want this.
If you're a superhero, what were you in prison for?
Integrity. I made a vow to have peace, no matter how many people I have to kill to get it.
Oh, Peacemaker!
Yes!
And I've been fortunate enough. I tell people I'm less of a talent and much more of like a promoter, because at WWE we learn to promote early and often. I have not had more fun than I had yesterday, because our friends are back together. The day got a little bit long, we get a little bit loose, and like everyone jokes with everyone, and it's all in good fun. We have good boundaries with each other. We all have professional respect for each other. And we're all in a moment where like, doesn't matter if we're tired. We love this show. We want to get it out. How do we make this fun so people can see our fun? It's because of the relationships we have. That starts at the top. James Gunn wants to work with good people, especially on a TV show where it's going to be like 7-8 months on location. I also think we know like we're the long shots. That scene at the end of season 1 where they send the real heroes to save the day, and we've already saved the day, and we get the heroes walk, but we have to walk past the heroes to get all the publicity. And we're like, you guys, that's us. That's the 11th Street Kids. We're the long shots, the lovable losers, you know, like it's fun. Gosh, we got a good group. So if you don't know anything about Peacemaker, please go watch it. So at least I can kick it again with my friends.